Welcome to yet another episode of Lockdown Learnings. Today I'm taking you to one of the most obscurest of all of India's states, the mountainous and mystical state of Nagaland, which is home to very interesting tribes and cultures. If you are as eager as me to know more about this place, join me in conversation with Dr. Andrew Ahoto Sema. Dr. Andrew is the chairman of Livingstone Foundation International. He is on various different science and technology forums and platforms, especially meant for children. Also the president of YMCA, he is the president of All Nagaland Private Schools Association. An academician, I am going to talk to Dr. Andrew Ahoto Sema as he is going to give us some interesting life lessons. Welcome, Dr. Andrew. Thank you so much for giving me this time. First of all, it feels so nice speaking to the far end corner of India, and I hope you're all safe. And what is the kind of situation of COVID-19 in Nagaland, in northeastern states as compared to the rest of the country? The numbers are increasing, but...
Yeah, thank you, Lakshmi. It's great having you. And it's been great, ma'am. I know this situation of the COVID-19, it seems to be quite a very bad situation across the globe.
Yeah.
But presently, right now in the northeast of India, we are quite blessed in many aspects.
Right.
The reason being that the pandemic has not spread very far, and then it has been, most of our zone is on green zone.
Right.
So we have, in northeast, we have about eight states altogether.
Yeah.
And out of the 8 states, right now, we are about 5 zones, which are green zones, absolutely green. And then 2 states, which are zero in COVID-19 cases.
Right.
One of them is Nagaland, and one of them is Sikkim.
Wow.
And then there are 3 other states which have actually come back of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Just yesterday, I guess it was Mizoram who had one, and then she has recovered.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 2 from Manipur and 2 from Arunachal who also has recovered.
Oh,
so
great.
I could see that the northeast of India has not been much affected in that aspect.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I could say right now. Yeah.
It's a pandemic. It is globally, the numbers are increasing. How has Northeast saved herself? There is something intriguing about the way of living of the place.
Yes. See, actually, ma'am, what I could relate is that, first of all, the northeast part of India is like the lungs of India in that aspect, because everything is green around here.
Right.
And we have the highest flora and fauna. North is actually surrounded by 5 countries,
Yeah.
So our neighboring country is Burma,
Burma,
Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, China, and so on.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, see, Bhutan is so close to us.
Yeah.
In the world, Bhutan is not carbon neutral, but carbon negative.
Yeah.
So imagine the potential that they are the breathing lung for the world.
Yeah.
But when we look at Northeast, we are also very green. So we are like a lungs of India. So we are supplementing so many by not chopping down or cutting down the trees and so on, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I think the world needs to know sometimes the contribution made. Although there's no industry, but we are happy in that aspect. And thank God there was no industry in one way, if I look at it.
Yeah, that's
true. The
true.
pollution have been very high.
Very bad. Yeah.
And we are we are not staying in the clustered kind of a family.
Right.
And the northeast part, people, they don't like to live in condos, or they don't like to live in apartment. They like to live a free life where they have their own kind of a villa kind of a thing. So people are quite scattered, in that aspect, and people are quite clean in many aspects. Right. So the Swachh Bharat, which has been happening, it has been happening across Northeast from the very inception. Right. So I feel this also has got a lot to play. Definitely. So I feel the Northeast being isolated by itself has also been a blessing in many aspects.
Right.
And the Swachh Bharat, which came to India, I think that has played a very significant role of not having so much high raise and pandemic actually.
Yeah.
Had Swachh Bharat not come about few years back, I think the cases would have been worse. Yeah. So I really support the Swachh Bharat was a very good kind of an initiative. Yeah, that is really suppressed the pandemic. Yeah.
What are the logistic problems or challenges that you are facing? Because as a terrain, Northeast is very different from the rest of India. How are you managing with the supplies, with medicines, with the testing facility as a...
Ma'am, actually, like I said, like geographically, we are quite isolated, and to reach from one place to another place, though it is even only 100 kilometers, people in the plain area, we can reach within not even an hour. Within half an hour, you can reach 100 kilometers. But back home, when we look at the 100 kilometers, it takes even 8 hours, or sometimes even 12 hours, 24 hours, because the road situation is very bad, ma'am. So, and some places are no road connectivity is there. So by itself, people are used to living in such conditions, but they're quite strong because they do a lot of exercise, walking up and down. So probably that could have been a very good plus point in many aspects, ma'am. So I would say that the nature itself has been so great that everything is green, there's no pollution and all that. So although there's a very less industry in this part of the world, and which has given a lot of blessing because of no pollution. So that could be one. But I would say that Northeast is blessed in many aspects, that we have all the organic materials here. So we have a good time in the sense that we have a healthy living because of the organics. So that has been one good thing about the Northeast, I would say that,
Wow.
And people are very warm-hearted.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What is the government doing? What is the way ahead that you see?
All the artisans and the skilled workers, there's no work right now. But the good part of the other part is that every person in the Northeast part, they have a so-called field by themselves, or the forest by themselves. I mean, towards the agriculture product. So now they have started doing sowing, and they have started doing gardening, or what you call planting and everything. So I think that is going to be of great help, because in this world, actually food is now the most essential commodities right now. Top facilities of medical and all that, it is not much here in the Northeast part. But again, people are very sturdy. So that means they don't get sick fast also, again, the sense that equipments, lab equipments and medical facility is not much compared to the main cities. But I would say that people are quite disciplined, and very disciplined, I would say that. In fact, there are a lot of takeaway from Northeast, and they have been one of the cleanest village in the whole of India, in the world. They have been like self-disciplining, like, so once is given, the village has been given assignment of some work, they start doing in a very good way,
You are associated with so many philanthropic organizations, and on your own you have helped out people. You have taken care of villages around you and fed so many people, and you didn't want to name and you didn't want to number. So can you quickly tell me about it a bit?
As a human, we need to have a good heart, and that's what matters, I feel. A good head is important, obviously, but a good head, if you don't have a good heart, I mean, nothing is achievable. So I feel the good heart is important to make a very good life, and we know how the government functions. But most of the fund does not trickle down to the grassroots level. So it is we who are trying to come to the grassroots level and bring up those people, and it is the daily wage workers who are really in distress. They are not even having anything to, because they are hand to mouth. They get about 300 or 200 rupees a week, and that is just finished off, because who can help? I would say a slogan called "Each one, reach one."
Yeah,
so
that's
I think
beautiful.
we should do that, ma'am. And also, we have reached to lots of villages. We have given rise to many of the downtrodden people who are stranded, actually. And very shortly, tomorrow, we are trying to give approximately, not tomorrow, but within 2 days, we are trying to give about 300 bags of rice to all the stranded, those who are in the private schools.
So you're the president of Nagaland Private School Associations. So there are about 200 schools under you.
When we look at the private schools in Nagaland or across India, I think they are the second highest of generating income, or you can say job, when you're looking at the government. They are second to the government when giving opportunity or giving a job to the people. Because we have drivers, we have handymans, we have plumbers, and we have so on, many gardeners. So many employment is being done without even getting an iota of help from the government. We do not get any fund, we do not get any grant in it. But in our own ways, private school actually is the backbone, I would say, of any country, or in Nagaland or in India, I would say, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Can you please just recapitulate what Northeastern states as a tribe, as a country, we are very proud to have all of you. You are our 7 sisters, and
it's just seven sisters and 1 little brother, and that's second. So
Okay.
it came later part actually. So
Okay.
it becomes 8 actually.
That's
no
right.
problem. So I would like to say, ma'am, like to all those who are listening over here, each one, reach one, and let's make this world a better place.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. That's really, really very, very impactful. Thank you very much.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you.